Hello guys, we are going to do a pick-up pile style again. This is going to be everything about what's coming your way in love for October. I really put it cozy. This is just my Halloween spirit kicking in big time. We have a fake fireplace going on here with a plug, obviously. Because we don't want it to die out. I might take it out for the time being, and if it should complain, I can always do it little like this. I hope that it's, you know, that the sound is good enough, because I love it. This is cozy. This is Halloween. So what is important for you is to, again, look at the 4 piles and really try to connect with your higher self. Find out which pile has the most important message for you for October in love. You can also pick more than 1 pile. You can also choose to watch the entire reading if you want that. Again, you can also choose the crystals. This one is, I can't really see the camera, so excuse-moi. This one is citrine. It is a very light color. Then we have the green adventuring. We have pyrite. We have pink adventuring, and we have the I can't remember what it's called, but it's something with angel thing. It's the stone that connects you with your spirit guides. It's very, very beautiful. So take a moment and really try to connect with the crystals or the decks. Maybe you have a number like 1, 2, 3 or 4. So this is for people who choose pile number 1. So let's see, the first card is the apple. I am going to put the apple here. You guys should be able to see it. Then we have the 7 of Wands, the Hermit, the reverse Ace of Swords, and the Star. Let's speak about these cards first before we go deep. Again, I hope you guys are able to see the cards. Now that you have the apple card, there might be some risky desires coming your way in October. There might be something that's tempting you. It might also be, you know, your mind tempting you with something that's false. You guys really need to look at how risk plays out in your life in October. Like, are you trying something new in October? Do you want to try something new? Do you have the feeling that you want to change something, but you're not really willing to change? You might also feel that you are risking too much, too often. Now that you have the 7 of Wands, there might be some obstacles coming your way in love. And it might be mixed together with passion now that we have the apple card. It might be something that's really going to confuse you. But I do feel that you will keep going also now that you have the Star. So no matter what is going to happen in your life in October, you are going to overcome it. Some of you guys might also not be too focused on love in October. You might have your focus more on career or on money. I do also feel that some of you guys might need to talk with someone. There is a conversation that needs to happen. And again, it might be with a Virgo, but it can also be with a fire sign. It can also be with an air sign. Again, we have also Aquarius here. But someone needs to talk about something. And I do feel that it's more about you talking about how you feel about certain things. Also, with the Hermit card, there will be a time where you're going to retreat. There is a time where you're going to back off a little bit, where you're really going to think things through, really having a deep feeling of what is it that you really want and what is it that you want from someone in your life. Because with the Ace of Swords there will be conflicts, and I do feel that it comes back to the talk that some of you guys need to have with someone. If it's not, I mean, now this is a love spread, so you know it is about love, but for some of you guys it might be about moving to another country, not wanting to live the way that you do. You might want to have more freedom in your life, but you are being guided with the star, and hope will come. But it is time to find the soulmate that's for you. So I do feel that some of you guys might realize that the person that you are together with is not the right one, or the person that is holding you back is not the right one. Again, remember the portals that are opening up in October, that means tomorrow. So again, now that this is for October, you're really going to go deep and find out what is it that I want from a relationship and from myself. You need to have faith. You are guided. Also, luck is with you with this card. Let's take the other cards. Wow, we have the Crumbling, which is like the Tower. We did have that in another reading. I can't remember if it was the raw water, the daily water reading. Then we have Keep an Open Mind. We have Lead. We have the Avenue, or more like the Avenue if this is French, which I am pretty sure that it is, but it's pretty amazing. Because there is fire, and it fits well together with the October. We also have the Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. The Avenue is all about make peace with your past. Again, now that you have the, I call this the portal card, you really need to be sure about what is it that you want. And like what you got with, camera stop the recording. What you got with the star is that it's time for you to find your soulmate, whatever your soul is hungering for. So again, I do feel that you need to keep an open mind, because there might be someone that you are overlooking on the street because you might be too focused on another person. The new soulmate might really be Aquarius, but again, it doesn't have to. Can also be Aries, because we do have the Lead card, which does symbolize Aries. It is really time for you to understand that you need to go into the new. And I do really feel that you are not seeing your twin flame, or you're not seeing your soulmate, because you're too focused on someone that you are not growing with. It's like biting into the wrong apple, actually clouding your mind. The Lead card is all about structure, it's all about being guided, it's all about understanding the reasons. And I do feel that it's because you need to understand the reason behind the new, the reason why it is that you need to walk into the new portal, the new direction. Also, not to be afraid, even though that it looks like there's a lot of thunder, it looks very dark, you can see what's waiting for you if you take this step into the new. Because with the Lead card, you need to really analyze if you are the one taking the lead into the relationship that you are in, or if you are the one following. So you guys might be together with someone who is very controlling. And I do feel that this is all about you breaking free. You need to ensure that the relationship that you want for the future, for October, is healthy. Because some of you guys really have been dealing with unhealthy relationships. And with this card, it's time for you to gain a better perspective. Really to understand your role in the past. For you and for the new direction. It's like for you to appreciate the lessons that you have been going through, especially with a past person. It can also be that you have been struggling a lot, like finding out what is it that I actually want from love or from myself. Because as a soul, you are on a mission in this dimension. You are the only one here who knows the correct path to take. And you are really being guided with your intuition, with your spirit guides, with your angels, whatever it is that you believe in. You're really being guided in the right direction at the moment. So remember, you need to take the lead here, have the talk. The talk that you are going to have might lead to you pulling back a little. Because there's a lot of arguments. And you really need to be careful not to stay in arguments. Again, don't stay on this side of the tower, because there's a lot of, thunder and there's a lot of arguments. You need to ignite your passion again. You know that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. This is everything for pile 1. I hope you guys could use this message. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. This is pile 2. First of all, you have the black cards. Fortune meets opportunities. We like that. Let's see. Then you have the Tower, the Devil reversed. Ooh, the Three of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Cups reversed. I will talk about these cards first before that we go into the other cards. But some of you guys are really going to have a big realization in October. What? I don't know why it looked like it was blurry, so I hope that you guys can see it now. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's because that your mind might be blurry at the moment. Now that you have the black cat, the black cat is really lucky, but also some people, think that it's unlucky if you see a black cat. So I do feel that it's like you turning your mentality, or you turning your thoughts around. Like what you think is unlucky is actually your luck. So whatever is happening in October is actually for you, not against you. You are really being put on a new path here. And with the new path comes new opportunities. In October, there might be a secret that will come to light for some of you guys. And it might really be a big shocker. This can be about a person that you have been dating, maybe someone you've been in a relationship with, but this can also be about yourself. That you are finding out something about yourself. Like, you are actually realizing that whatever relationship you have been in has been very addictive and has been very controlling. Again, this can also be yourself, like the relationship with yourself, that you have been too focused on lack, and you have been too focused on you having a curse on yourself, or you just general being very unlucky. Whatever you are dealing with, you really need to let go of the past in October. And I do feel that that's why we have the black cat. It's like the black cat is here to tell you, you need to let go of the past. Because you can't bring the past into the new. And I do feel that you are a very light person. And you tend to be attracted to the darkness. That's something you have to be careful with. Because I know that, because I have had the same thing, that I really had a tendency to be attracted to dark people. That doesn't mean that it was a serial killer, but it's someone who was more controlling than I was. And that might be the same case for you guys. if you are not in a relationship, or if you don't not dealing with someone who's controlling, you need to be careful with a person who might come into your life. But I do feel that this is someone that you have been dealing with in the past, or someone you are dealing with at the moment, because this is a difficult relationship, difficult love. Now that the devil is reversed, you are getting out of it. So again, the devil might seem very scary, but in this combination with the reverse devil, this is a positive omen. Also, now that you have the Three of Swords reversed, these two cards is really getting out of a heavy addiction, or really getting out of a heavy, difficult, controlling relationship. You need to understand that you are healing. But with this chaos that the Tower, you know, brought you, you are going to have extreme emotions. You might really have certain hours of the day where you're just going to cry, where you're just going to feel alone, where you're not understanding what direction you want to go. Again, the Black Cat, like you feel that everything is unlucky. Also, with the reverse Seven of Cups, you need to be careful not to avoid the hard truth. Again, the truth about the past relationship. Because these cards, you know, are speaking pretty loud. You can't avoid these cards. You can't avoid the truth. You really need to step back in October and look at your options. Because with the Black Cat, you are receiving new options. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, we have the No card. If this is not fitting for what it is that we are talking about, I don't know what. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. You need to say no to this, because this is not good for you. You have other options. Then you have the Love Yourself First. Feeling alone, yes, because I do really feel a lot of you guys are feeling alone. Then you have the Liberation, free yourself. I mean, oh my god, guys, this is so fitting to whatever what we just spoke about. Wow, you have really been crushed, poisoned in the past relationship. And you, I mean, it makes so much sense that you are feeling so alone and so vulnerable from the past relationship. You really feel that someone really sucked the life out of you. Some of you guys might also go through detoxifications, what you call that, like detoxing your body, again, not drinking anymore, eating clean, really taking care of your body. You really need to understand that you shouldn't say yes to something that's not in alignment with you. And it does come back to the Seven of Cups reverse, that you need to see the truth here. Because you might have a lot of excuses why it is that you shouldn't say no. This is like, the cat is like trying to save you from the storm ahead. It's like, say no, don't go in that direction. You are worth so much more than staying in that. Because whatever this is, whatever you have been dealing with, it's not in alignment with your higher self. And with the Feeling Alone card, again, obviously you might feel alone in October. You might feel insecure. You might have periods where you feel that way. You might feel that no one is really understanding your situation. No one is understanding what it is that you actually need. You might not even understand what it is that you need. And I do feel it comes back to the Love Yourself First. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Like, what you see in yourself is what you attract. So if you see yourself as someone who doesn't deserve better, you're going to attract that. And that is not a good thing. You're going to attract the people who are on the same vibration that you are. So you really need to, again, vibrate high so that you can attract better. And you have the Success card for the last card. So you are going to have success, but you do need to let go of the past. Be careful not to let insecurities rise in October. Don't let them win. Also understand that there is lessons in everything. Whatever you have been going through, whatever you learned something from that lesson or from that person. If some of you guys, I do really feel that some of you guys have maybe been attracted to that person because of alcohol or because of drugs. And you might have had alcohol or drug problem before you met this person, or in the, you know, when you met this person. And you being in that relationship really made you realize that you wanted to get out of it. So you can turn this around and be like, well, I did actually gain a lot from that relationship because I know what it is that I want now. You are really being guided here by your spirits, by your angels, by God, whatever it is that you are believing in. And you can see the moon in the background here. So I do feel that something is going to happen within October. And again, this just speaks so loudly because you need to free yourself. Free yourself from, again, alcohol, drugs, feelings, or a person. You really need to reflect on what is success for you. What is it that you want? What is your goal? Because if your goal has been to, you know, become more strong, or to become, you know, independent, to become free from drugs or alcohol, obviously you need to go through that journey, to that lesson, because otherwise you wouldn't have learned it. So sometimes we need to understand that the universe is going to send us things. Like if you want to have an experience, you need to go to things that's going to form you. And I do feel that's the case for you guys here. Remember, you are not alone. That is just a feeling. You are really becoming stronger, but you do need to love yourself. And don't be afraid of the black cat, because it's actually bringing you new opportunities and good fortune. I hope you guys could use this message. Please let me know in a comment below. Remember to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hello for you people who choose pile number 3. Let's see what message we have for you guys. We have the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Whoa. October is really going to be a big transformation for you guys. Oh my god. The death card. You kind of have the death card 2 times. So something big is happening. You have the King of Wands reverse, the Empress, and the King of Cups. Maybe some of you guys are dealing with a water sign. This can be a new water sign, but this can also be someone from your past. I will speak about these cards first before we take the rest. Now that you have the underworld card, you really need to stop. Like, pause and reflect and understand, what is it that I want? What is it that I'm actually doing in my life? What is it that you want in October? Again, do you want to go to the same lessons, or do you want to begin something new or learn something new? Also understand what it is that you need to do so that you can transform. What is it that you need to change? What tools do you need? Also, for you, I also feel this is for you to understand, what is it that you need to manifest? How is it that you can manifest love? This card is also here to send you lessons. So again, remember that whatever you want, there's always a lesson with it. We are always being prepared for the new that we actually want. It's like, if you want to be a sailor but you have never been on a boat, obviously you need to be on a boat. Also, if the weather is stormy. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but again, we do have the death card, which does symbolize Scorpio. You can obviously also be a Scorpio. But some of you guys might have problem with someone in your life that you can't get them to see your point of view. It's like you can make someone understand how you feel, or make them see what they are doing to you. You really need to dig deep and really try to figure out what is it that you're intuition is trying to tell you. Also to find out if you might be going against your intuition. Because one thing is what your mind is trying to tell you, and another thing is what your intuition is trying to tell you. There might be a lot of self-pressure from yourself here. And I do feel a lot of you guys need to be open for a new pathway, a new way that's coming your way. Especially with the underworld. Because something here needs to end. Again, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can... I do feel that this is something with the way that you guys think, the way that you manifest, the way that you see yourself or other people. Because some of you guys might not be willing to listen to someone else. So again, maybe someone is going to happen in October where you're going to be like, I don't want to listen to what it is that you're trying to say. You just need to understand my point of view. But maybe there's something that you are missing. If you are single, this is really a good time for you to start a new relationship. So maybe you are just the one who is still going against yourself, like the way that you try to manifest a new person into your life. So you need to change the way that you think in October so that you can bring in a more harmonious relationship. Again, it can be a fire sign, it can also be a water sign. You need to have this feeling of having enough, because I do feel that a lot of you guys are too focused on what it is that you don't have. Like, you don't see that you have passion. Maybe you don't see that you have passion together with another person, or maybe you just don't see that you have passion at all. Because again, remember that with these cards, there's something here that you are ignoring. There's something, it's like, it feels like you're going against yourself. You really need to be more caring. You need to be more in your higher self, having the feeling that you have enough. And I do feel that it is going to manifest a new person into your life in October. So it is going to be someone who is warm-hearted, someone who is charismatic, someone who is really following their intuition. It can also be that you are going to follow your intuition because you are not following your intuition with these cards. But the King of Cups is someone who's following his intuition. So again, this can be you. Why is it so blurry? It can be, it's really with you guys. So there is really something that is blurry for you here. This is a big sign. You need to use your intuition, or you're going to use someone who is using their intuition. Someone who is sensitive and someone who is following their heart. Again, it can also be that you need to follow your heart here. Let's take the other cards. You have the Kasha. Your guidance is divine guided. Ooh. Stay optimistic about your love life. This is a manifestation card. We did speak about that. You need to be better at manifesting. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I do really feel that a lot of you guys are a little narrow-minded when it comes to love, or the way that you think about yourself or your love life. We also have the Seek. I am going to put them a little bit over so that we have more space. Then you have the Sacrifice. What can you let go of? This is so fitting. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Whoa, this is so mind-blowing. Some of you guys are really not seeing someone's point of view. I do really feel that it's not someone else seeing your point of view, but you not seeing someone's point of view. You're not understanding why someone is acting like they are. And I do feel that there is a deep meaning behind that for you. You are really being guided in your life. Again, this is a bigger lesson. And the Akasha is like the Akasha records. It's like, it's the library of the soul. It's where we have all our contracts, our history, our gifts, our lessons, and so much more exists in this library. And the best thing is that we can actually access that. We can actually do meditation where we can go back and really see the truth of the past or what it is that we are going to learn. And I have done this a lot of the times, and it's actually pretty mind-blowing to do so. With this card, this is also here to tell you that you are exactly where it is that you need to be at this moment. In October, right now, while you're watching this video, you are exactly where you need to be. This moment in your journey is guided by the divine, by yourself. It's like you made a contract before you came to this earth, where you said, I want to do this and I want to do this. I want to go to this so that I can learn this. You agreed to it. Whatever you have been going through right now, whatever you are going through right now, you agreed to it. But some of you guys are really going against yourself. You're not listening to your intuition. It's like you might be listening to your intuition, but you are not listening. And with the Seed card, this is like the Hermit. So you really need to take some alone time so that you can understand. Maybe go into nature. Because I do feel that this is about the way that you see a situation, a relationship, or this is about how you see yourself or how you manifest love. Now that you have the Sacrifice card, you might really feel that you're being kept in the dark. Like you don't know all the details, and that might be something that's really killing you. Again, this can come down to a relationship where someone maybe has secrets for you, from you. You might really feel that you are being buried. But what is that you need to understand that you're not being buried, you are being planted. Again, it comes down to this card. It's the lessons. Again, you decided to lay in the lesson or in the situation that you are in at the moment. And you're really not seeing the beauty of it. There is so much growth in this picture. And I do also feel that, again, with this card, this is like, it's soon your time to bloom. Especially now that you have the Seed card. There's a lot of green, there's a lot of growth, but there's something that you need to understand or something that you need to let go of. And I do really feel that it's feelings for you, and it's wounds and scars from the past. But again, you did say yes to it. This is all about being aware and knowing. And again, it fits perfectly together with the Akasha. Maybe some of you guys need to do a meditation so that you really can understand why is it that you are on the journey that you are. What is the lesson in this? Seek, do meditation. Maybe it will show you some tool that you can use in October. But I will also say that in October, you must really become friends with the darkness. You must become friends with the past, with your feelings, with other people's feelings. Because I do feel some of you guys might have tiny problems with how people react on you. And again, how you react on people make them react on you. The mirror. And with the Empathy card, this is you understanding a situation or the situation that you are in. Like understanding someone's behavior. Because sometimes we really miss the big part of why. Like, why is it that certain people act like they act? Why is it that they are like they are? Because one thing that you need to understand is the other person's history and the other person's path. I do feel that's something that is really, really, really important for you guys to understand. The camera is shut off. But it's important for you guys to understand yourself and understand other people's path and behavior. Like history. Like you might really be dealing with someone who is battling their own battle. But you might not see it. So you need to go deep and again analyze your fears so that you can understand someone else's fear. There might really be a big reason why you are meeting a special person in October, or why it is that you are having someone in your life who is triggering you big time. So I do feel that is your lesson for October. I hope that you guys could use this message. Let me know in a comment below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Let's take the last. So this is pile number 4. The first card is the skeleton, which is the strength card. I'm going to put the skeleton there. Then we have the reversed 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the reversed Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. We will focus on these cards first before that we take the other cards. Now that you have the skeleton card, some of you guys might really be vulnerable in October. It's like outside we are flesh, but inside we are bone. So we are actually stronger than we think we are. Even though that our skin is very sensitive, our bones are really holding us together. And I do feel that's something that you need to understand, that you are actually stronger than you think you are. I do also feel that the skeleton card is here because that you really need to dare to show your strength, and you need to dare to show your vulnerability. Like, why is it that you feel the way that you do? Because shame, pride, grudges, embarrassment are really a big burden that you are carrying around with you. And sometimes those burdens are what makes you more vulnerable than what you actually are. It's like the blurriness that you put into your vision. With the 5 of Pentacles reversed, you really need to examine your values for yourself. Again, it comes down to you feeling very vulnerable, maybe not really wanting to show too much feelings or too much love. You might really feel that you need to be stronger than you actually are, and that is really breaking you down slowly. Also in October, you need to find out what is it that you are clinging to. And again, now that you do have the skeleton card, you need to examine the emotions that you put out about yourself. Like, what feelings do you cling to? Do you feel embarrassed? Do you hold grudges to someone? Do you feel jealousy? Is there something that you are trying to avoid? Do you have fear of change? There might be something with like old memories or old patterns, because with the 6 of Cups, this is all about memories. So maybe you feel vulnerable when it comes to a certain person, or so maybe you feel shame because of someone. With the 6 of Cups, you really need to bring the happy memories back, because you're really holding on to feelings that's just making you more vulnerable. But again, you also have to understand that you also have bones. So you are not just the flesh. Because whatever situation you are in, it will improve. And I do feel that someone from your past is going to come into your life in October. I do feel that it is someone that you like, an old flame, but it can also be someone from your past life. But for a lot of you guys, I do feel that it's someone from your past, from this life. It can be someone that you have been dating, someone you haven't had contact with for a while. Maybe it can also be someone that you have been married or in a relationship with. And we do have Pentacles, so this can be earth signs, this can be water signs, it can also be an air sign. Now that you have the Queen of Swords reversed, there's a lot of excuses for why this or something can work. There's a lot of excuses for bad behavior. And I do feel, again, it comes down to someone from your past. The person that comes into your life, you might really have a lot of excuses why you can't trust them. There's a lack of awareness with this card. And I will say that with the Knight of Swords, something unexpected is going to happen. And I do feel that it's because there's someone from your past is going to come in. And it is someone with a big drive. It's like someone is going to come into your life like a roller coaster. And I do feel that that's why you're going to be a little like, can I trust you? It's someone who's really going to trigger you, someone who's really going to bring back those, you know, feelings of being embarrassed or holding a grudge to someone or being jealous, again, self-hate, whatever it is that you have been struggling with in the past. It's really someone who is having a strong sense of themselves. And again, it might be something that has been driving you crazy in the past, and something that's going to drive you crazy when they come back. Let's look into the other cards. We have the you are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep focusing on your true north. You are already healing. You are already attracting what it is that you want. Maybe that's why you can see that this person who's coming back is actually a soulmate. It's actually a twin flame. But you are too blurry because you are too focused on you being too vulnerable, or you not having what it is that you want. We also have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Oh my god. There's really going to be a lot of divine happening in your life in October. You do woo! Dreams are coming true. 9. Wow. This is almost fulfillment. So this person is coming into their life to finish what they started. And I do feel that you maybe are going to be a little bit like, I don't know if I can trust it. You have Minimus. I don't know if you say that right, but Minimus. Commune with your source. And loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Let's talk about the first cards first. You really need to stop questioning everything that's happening in your life, especially in October, because you do worry too much. You need to know that you are on the right track. Whatever it is that you are trying to manifest is coming your way, and it is worth waiting for. But I will say that there might be a little wait, like this person might come in October, but there might be something that is going to, you know, put you off, because you still need to learn your lesson. Whatever it is that you are wishing for, it's happening in October. But be careful not to overthink, because again, it comes back to the loneliness card. For you, nature really holds all the answers. You need to know that whatever questions that you have, they will be answered. But you have to understand that your questions will only be answered when it is that you are diving into yourself, to understanding why it is that you feel certain feelings, to understand the other person. You need to drop the past, and you need to become your higher self, become your true self, because right now you feel that you don't belong to your body, or you feel that you are not capable of love. With the loneliness card, you're really being reminded there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Because feeling lonely is a sense of not really appreciating the most important person in your life, which is you. So I do feel that for you guys, you need to learn that you are not alone. And you have nothing to worry about. Also because I do feel some of you guys might be, I don't know if you can say that you are afraid of your own skin or yourself, but you might be. You might really be afraid to be alone with yourself. That's a lesson that you really need to learn in October, so that this person can come into your life. Also, again, don't blame and don't be too harsh, because this is real. For some of you guys, it is a water sign, but for others of you, it is an air sign. It can also be earth sign, but I do feel that water and air is stronger. I hope that you guys could use this message. Please let me know in a comment below. Remember to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!